Hi, my name's Janet Finley and I'm Director of PC3, which stands for Personalised Curriculum Creation Through Coaching, and it's a project which is part of GISC's curriculum design and delivery programme. Our focus is on curriculum design, and we're particularly interested in helping students to create their own personalised curriculum, supporting the decisions that they have to make through coaching. Now, it's worth just defining what we mean by coaching, and particularly relating that to other sorts of support such as mentoring and tutoring, which people may be more familiar with. Coaching is a non-directive form of support, so in things like mentoring and tutoring, you tend to be putting something in. So you may be giving advice, or you may be helping the student, telling the student where to go and look for things. In coaching, what we're doing is drawing out from the student. So we're not putting in, we're drawing out. And what we do is we ask a lot of questions, we reflect back what it is we're hearing the students say, and we help them in that process to be able to make their own decisions and come to their own solutions. So that's the principles that we're using to support students. And we've been working originally and initially and still with curriculum design, but also looking at how this approach can support learning in general, and particularly the decisions that students need to make as they go through their learning process. So that might be the options that they take, it might be the ways that they choose to study, it might be their personal or professional development. We started with a pilot group who are all doing an M-Level Leadership Pathways course, and they're all prospective head teachers. And this group signed up to do a module through which they would access the coaching, and they were going to create a personalised curriculum, a personalised path for themselves through the leadership course. It's been an interesting experience. The first thing was that although they are all doing a distance learning module, we've had some serious issues with digital literacy, right to the level of access and dealing with students who only check their email twice a month is quite difficult when you're trying to enrol them on a distance learning course and engage them in discussions and so on. So we've had some issues there. So the module itself has been quite problematic with this group, but the coaching has been well received. A few things that have come back from that is that the sessions are quite long. We've been doing a standard, what is the standard for coaching, which is about 90 minutes with a student, and that's quite a long time for both students and staff to commit. But also that it's sometimes confusing for the student because they feel, although we are giving it to them and it's their time, they feel that there's some other agenda going on, that there must be something that they're supposed to do in terms of the course and the requirements that the university has and so on. So their expectations of what they're going to get from the coaching session has also been a little bit problematic. So now we're working, we've been learning from that experience. We're working with a larger group of level 4 sports management students, a group of about 220. And this is within their PDP course, so they haven't got decisions to make about the curriculum that they are going to follow, but they have got a lot of decisions to make about the way they follow it and the options that they choose and so on. Now, one of the interesting things about this is that these are first years, and one of the comments people have made a lot about the coaching approach is, well, you can do it with master's students, but you'll never be able to do it with first years because they just haven't got the maturity to be able to take that level of control and that level of management, self-management. So it'll be interesting to see. We've only just started working with them this semester, so it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. There are a lot of challenges with this. Obviously, the biggest challenge one of the biggest challenges is scaling. We've been working with 10 students and now we're working with 220, so how are we going to deal with that? And what we've done is develop some much shorter themed sessions, 20 minutes, half an hour sessions, that the academics who are working with the students, and it's not us this time, we've been training up other academics, to use coaching principles. They will be working with the students following a fairly well defined session plan, which is designed to draw out from the student what their goals are, how they're going to achieve those goals, and so on. The other thing that we are looking at is putting together a three-way contract. So instead of it just being a coaching contract between the student and the coach, it also involves the university. So what is the input that the university has to that? What's the expectations that the university has of that coaching relationship? And I think that makes the whole thing a lot clearer for the students. And one of the reasons for bringing this here is that we really need at this point to be engaging with the students outside of that coaching. So we've got the group of academics who are normally working with them, normally tutoring them, they're going to be coaching them. And we can get feedback through those academics, but what we also want to do is to be able to engage directly with the students to get their perspective on how this is working for them, what works, what doesn't work, what's been useful to them. But we don't want that to be onerous, and we don't want it to interfere with the module. So we're really looking for ideas as to how we might engage the students, a large group of students, but without really interfering in any way with the way that the module is working. So we'd be happy to hear people's thoughts on that, or methods that people have used that have worked, that have been fairly unintrusive. Okay, thanks very much.